What's good? It's your boy Bo. Here we just going to do a brief survey over music history, like as it relates to making money on it. You know what I mean? In the United States. So we would start about 1900s. The way they was making money off of music then was sheet music. So cats would just sell their sheet music in retail stores, furniture places, vacuums, wherever they could draw a crowd. And the idea was they would have live people playing their music, playing their sheet music, and it would draw a crowd. People would come and listen, and hopefully you would buy a new couch or a new vacuum cleaner, and at the same time buy some sheet music. So that went on, right, for a little bit, and then they developed the phonograph. And at the same time, the phonograph was like a little coin operated box that you could listen to. You could listen to music, and they put those in like hotels and restaurants and things like that. So you had that going on, and so by like the 20s, you know, the jukebox was in every place, you know, every store, every restaurant. It was widespread, and then people had those phonographs, and that was the first time that it was like the music, it was just mass distributed, right? Because people was buying it and you could listen to it, so they were selling thousands and thousands of records. The radio was developed, right? Radio broadcast and all of that stuff. The industry at that point, they feared the radio because they figured that people could just listen to the radio and they wouldn't have to buy those records, right? But what it did the opposite, and it boosted sales. So the radio would play songs and people was like, man, I like that song, you know, but I want to listen to it whenever I want to listen to it. So they would go out and buy the records. As technology grew and everything, the records, and because at that time I think it was 78 disc, right? And so then they just developed it, and then but during that time, like I think it was maybe 1914 or whatever, musicians and composers and stuff, they got together because they wanted to track, because none of this stuff was being played on the radio. They wanted to track the sales and make sure everything was right. So they created the the American Society of Composers, Authors, and Publishers, right? Better known as ASCAP. So they formed that, and even today, you know, that's a big performance rights society group. And then the other one is BMI, which is Broadcast Music Incorporated, or something like that, right? So those two companies, and there's a third one. I'll talk about that in another video. When TV came about, the 40s, I believe. So what they started doing then, they would do live performances. So anytime you get something new, that's when it just challenges the old system. So then the radio and everything feared, well, okay, people, you know, you watch these live performances, then, you know, what are we going to do on the radio? Because that's what they was doing at the time. They was doing live performances as well. But they went on to go ahead and start doing recordings. And then it got even more specific. So you had like country music. You had a country music station. You had R&B, rhythm and blues. You had whatever, right? Whatever. So you had your different genres and programming. So that started to get developed as well. In 1950, the music business as we know it, you know, was established, and it was working. So the way we know it as of pre-internet days, it was pretty much up and running by the 50s. The 60s had different formats of like the records, and then radio went stereo, so it was doing stereo broadcast. So, you know, fast forward, music videos, right? So CDs came out, but you could get more songs on there, and then you could just skip straight to your songs. So then they sharing music like Napster, things like that came about, and then people just stopped buying music for like. The masses stopped buying it, and because you just get it for free on the internet. And then now, this is where we are today. Everyone is trying to find different ways to get people to buy the music, Alright, so the main thing really with just this whole video is just looking at the past and seeing that whenever something new come out, it's always going to be obstacles. People are always going to be afraid because it could hurt the music, but ultimately, as we get the music to people, we help drive sales. More people listen to it, more people going to buy it, more people going to come to your shows, and more people going to support you. They're going to like you as an artist, as a person. So this new terrain that we're in now, you can learn from the past, you can still make a lot of money, and you can still make a living doing something that you love. So that's 2 cents from your boy Bo. So don't forget to subscribe. Hit the subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. And if you have any questions, go ahead and drop them, and I'll hit them up, and whatever, I'll cover it on another video or whatever. So that's it. It's 2 cents from your boy Bo. All right, one.